Church. Motherfucking. Alright, look, I got something to tell you. Tell your favorite rapper I said fuck all his opinions. Tell my biggest enemies they weaken on my shit list. I'ma roll this J and kill it, wrapped in sheets, made of linen. Smile at cameras like a villain, already got my recognition. I'm the son of the South, not big enough for my mouth, but for this side of town, I'll represent till I'm out. Then camouflage a Bentley to blend in with bark in the trees, burning backwoods down, and I ain't tripping about leaves. Boy, I be in a Phantom on a dirt road cruise. I sit in the back like Hank Williams would. I stare at the moon till my eyes start to fall. Before it goes dark, before it goes dark, I see a shooting star in the rear view of this car. I see a shooting star. I see a shooting star. I'm the king of the country, no label can fuck me. I show up downtown and country stars get scared and ignore me. Showing up, tassels hanging, boots flick off the pavement. Entourage of hollow boys like a movie, I John Wayne it. Who you know who's independent with missing teeth in the front? Walking down Broadway 50 deep with some boys from the cut. Going in the back of any fucking bar that we want. Snatch a drink out the hand of a hater, see what he does. Yeah, I'm Cadillac Bubba, don't care if I get in trouble. I'ma smoke my weed anyway with the police at my window. Came from muddy boots, now I'm rocking something new. 2022 with Hank Senior nudie suits telling labels fuck you. I be in a Phantom on a dirt road cruise. I sit in the back like Hank Williams would. I stare at the moon till my eyes start to fall. Before it goes dark, before it goes dark, I see a shooting star in the rear view of this car. I see a shooting star. I see a shooting star. A shooting star. I see a shooting star. I see a shooting star.
If you're doing a whole bunch of twerking, what are you twerking so much for? I ain't never seen somebody do so much twerking.
Smoke that tacky? You know you smoke that tacky. I know you smoke that tacky.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. We're going to get started here in just a minute. But first, we got to acknowledge everybody here who's watching, the 6 people. Appreciate y'all. Do me a favor, hit that like button, man. It does look like I do not have the React Attack intro. Let me see if I can find that real quick, because I feel like we got to have the intro, right? Like if we don't have the intro, right? Like, we got to have the intro, right? Or maybe we don't. I don't know. Who cares, right? Who cares, man? Anyway, y'all, welcome to React Attack podcast, where we sit down with an artist, creator, and we learn a little bit about their life, learn a little bit about what they do, where they came from. Speaking of, this is our guest tonight. If you guys want to get in the chat and say hi to our boy Troy, make sure you do that. Appreciate you throwing that up before we start the show. But, man, no, absolutely been absolute pleasure doing React Attack Radio last week with you guys. We're going to keep that going this week. I had a great time on a Council of Creekers last night. Thank you to everybody who showed up to that. You guys are absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. But with that being said, let's get into the podcast.
This is the React Attack Podcast.
Again, all right. See, we had to do the intro. Anyway, with that being said, guys, let's dive into this. Let's dive into this conversation with our guest tonight. Man, very excited. Long overdue. You guys have seen me on this channel many a times before. You've also seen us in the creeks. You've also seen us fucking hanging out, not on the internet, because we do that. Apparently being rich boys, I guess. I guess that's a thing we do. I don't know. Apparently we're rich boys, I guess. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and introduce our guest for today. Again, long overdue. And now he's got an intro for Council of Cricketers. So, like, when he comes out, we can do it now. Anyway, guys, here he is. I call him T-Roy Troy, my boy, but this is Troy Forklift Hill. Let's go.
Throwing jabs like a Molly. Call me Michael Jordan, straight ballin'. On top is where I should be. In my own zone, you can't stop me. You can't stop
me. To be respected, I ain't what y'all expected. Blue collar cash like Al Bundy. Cold rolling like a Ruster factory. Leveled up Mario Shrooms to infinity. Got on them blind as fuck peripheral. Everything I stand for is controversial. I'm a fuck up who made it. Any challenge I slayed it. I find a hustle.
Hell yeah, got yourself an intro now, Skid. What'd you think?
That's badass, bro.
Hell yeah, man. I had to get that shot. That I was like that panic shot where the I'm guessing the drone.
Oh yeah. Like a $5,000 drone. My buddy has. But we're rich. It's cool.
Tell him that the footage got used for your intro here on the channel.
Oh, I will.
Hell yeah, man. So what's going on, Troy? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Soaking up Sunday, running around, hanging out with the wife, shopping, and made dinner on the Blackstone because that's what rich people do is cook for themselves. And
my boss does stuff on the Blackstone, dude. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up.
Yeah. What up?
Us rich folks, and them fancy dining cars,
Yeah, that works on all their own stuff.
Keshi Queen throwing up. What up, girl? How you doing? Hey, did you see Troy's intro? Do we got to play it again? I think maybe we should play it again.
It was pretty badass.
All right, let's play it again. T-Roy Troy. Troy Forklift Hill.
Out throwing jabs like a Molly. Call me Michael Jordan, straight ballin'. On top is where I should be. In my own zone, you can't stop me. You can't stop
me. To be respected, I ain't what y'all expected. Blue collar cash like Al Bundy. Cold rolling like a Ruster factory. Leveled up Mario Shrooms to infinity. Got on them blind as fuck peripheral. Everything I stand for is controversial. I'm a fuck up who made it. Any challenge I slayed it. I find a hustle.
Just in case if anybody wants to know, that was actually him on that suspended.
Oh yeah, that's what I do for a living now.
And I had to get the limb like falling right as you cut it in half.
Oh, that was a 6,500-pound piece. That was more than your car.
Yeah.
Solid pinto.
And to sit there and watch you control that the way you did, just so I don't think it touched the house. The second that you cut that thing didn't even touch the house after that.
That was the whole goal: is not break more of what was already damaged. Nope. That's whenever we show up, that's our goal: is don't break more.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, hey, she said please play it again. It was fire, and of course Troy says Durham Max, not Durham Minimum. Minimum. I can't even. Apparently, I'm English now, guys. That tree hanging thing is scary. Yeah, well, he does it every day of his life.
Sure do.
I feel a little bit less of a man today, but that's okay, guys. That's okay. Okay, let's get into this conversation, man, because like obviously now people are like, well, what does this guy do for a living? What does he? Okay, long road up until the point that we met each other, which was a few years ago at this point now, I think, which is crazy to think about how quick time has gone since we first like officially met over the internet and then actually met each other. Man, so tell us how you got here. Let's start from the beginning, man. Like, yeah.
I got some stories. So, like I grew up in Oklahoma, real small town. Like, it was a couple thousand people, and it had a boost. I think I can't even remember for sure. The mid-90s,
like the town started booming a little bit.
It was the fastest growing. It wasn't a city by any limit or by any means, but the city limits, the population growed by 2,000.
Oh shit!
And like within a year or two.
Oh,
I mean,
dang!
And that was it.
That's huge, though.
Like,
I mean,
it was, and it was kind of, it was real close to the border of Arkansas, and there
Okay.
was a bigger city over there. So, I mean, a bigger city, it was still only like 80,000 people, Fort Smith, Arkansas. But there's more work there. Because, I mean, you can buy land in a house in Oklahoma for 50 grand for a couple acres if you
Really?
want. It's just, there's
That
no
cheap?
work in the middle of nowhere. It's just, dude, there's still dirt roads there that are not paved to this day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How
like
long have they
they're-
been there? I mean, like, are these like towns that
I'm
like moved up?
42. I'm 42, and they are. I mean, they ain't even called towns. They're just they have a constable, a dude with a 357 in a truck. Like they don't even have police.
It's crazy to think
Nobody goes
places
out
like
there.
that still exist.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and people find a way to survive out there like that, especially with like, I mean, so you grew up in this area.
Oh yeah. No, I lived there for 22 years.
So what was it like growing up in the like literally like literally the middle of nowhere?
Well, you could play anywhere and not get snatched up. So that was great, right?
Yeah.
Always,
Well, of
always
course,
a
when we were
plus.
growing up, it was a little bit different time. Like
It was.
you know, I could run the neighborhood and not worry about someone snatching us up, you know. But nowadays,
Yeah.
you never fucking know.
No, it was. It was my younger childhood, my actual childhood was good fun. Typical boy camping in the woods, playing in the creeks,
Hell yeah.
riding bicycles across. Like, dude, this town, Pecola, is the second largest city limit area wise in the state of Oklahoma.
Oh shit.
The only other one is the capital, but it's all farmlands. Like, it's the second largest city limit in the entire state.
But it's all
But
fun.
all farmlands, dude. Like I said, 4,000 people. Whenever I was
Damn,
younger,
that's the
like,
biggest joint there.
well, it's just the town.
Okay.
Tulsa's way bigger.
Okay.
There's
I got
only
you.
two cities.
Right. Two
Oklahoma-
major cities
yeah,
there. Right.
Oklahoma City and Tulsa. And I don't even think Tulsa's the metro area might be 1 million. But I mean, still, Oklahoma City, dude, they didn't even have a pro team, the Oklahoma City Thunder, until like the early 2000s.
Oh, shit.
Like, so everybody was always asking me why I like the Cowboys. I was like, because there wasn't no pro team in Oklahoma.
That was the closest thing we had to our
Yeah.
team was that. That's crazy, man. I never really, when I was younger, we were into sports, but more collecting sports cards and shit like that, collecting, not so much like watching it all the time. So I don't really know much about all that. But that, I mean, to come from a place like that where it was so small that you didn't even have a fucking team to root for in your state, that's wild.
Yeah, exactly. Like
That's
it
crazy.
was small.
What's like
Look-
what's the biggest thing you remember? Like, what's the one thing you remember the most, like that brought you the most joy growing up in this like small area?
We used to, I mean, just playing with friends, dude. Like we would go, what we called play guns, and take our toy guns to the cemetery and play around there. We would go camping a lot with a couple friends because, like, everybody knew everybody, so the farmers didn't trip if you were on their land. So we just take off across the field into the woods, and there was a little spot next to a creek. We'd throw a tent and take some food and cook it in the morning and breakfast and kick it and hang out.
Oh yeah.
You know, like the small town country did, you know, it's just what we did. And that was young. I started getting high when I was 10.
Oh, yeah, let's talk a little bit about that, man, because you have had some experiences, some stories. Tell us a little bit about getting into that, because 10, that's crazy, bro.
10. Yeah. So my dad was a dope dealer. My mom, they partied, and
Yeah.
I started using when I was 10 because I had an older brother and his friends, and I was wanting to kick it with them. And, you know, I just followed right in the same tracks. And, but yeah, whenever I was 10, I started smoking weed, and not too long after that, I was selling it because my brother was 3 years older than me. So the way the schools were, whenever I went to middle school, I was in middle school, he was in high school. So like he was selling over there and I was selling here. So we kind of
you were just like running
had
the game,
different
but-
people that we talked to. Really, we wasn't trying to like take over the world. It sounds like it, but like he
You
was
were
in
trying to take over that little corner of the
yeah,
United States.
like nobody ever seen him because that was the high school. It was separate buildings.
Gotcha.
Like, I mean, dude, it was such a small town. Like, kindergarten through 12th grade was 312 kids. All the kids in the
Damn.
school was 312. Like, at one point in time, it was barely over 300. So it was
Wow.
small. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, my son's 9 too. And yeah, I couldn't imagine him fucking smoking weed right. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like going back that far, man, and living in a place like that, man, there was nothing else to do.
No, dude, you did not like, and this is the life I lived. I ain't blaming anything or anybody. There was not a whole lot of influence. Like, dude, I was born in 1982. We did not even get MTV because it's the Bible Belt. We didn't even get MTV until like 1998. So I don't even think we got 911 till like 94 or some shit like that. Like we way behind police. Just call police, dude.
So they would take you to the hospital if or they would have to dispatch. They would have to call and dispatch.
I got some stories, buddy. So you would call the police, and then the fire department would show up, and then from Arkansas, Fort Smith, about 20 minutes away, because I lived right on the damn border. Like, I mean, it was 5-10 minutes from my house. Okay. I was born in Fort Smith, Arkansas, because the town I lived in didn't have a hospital. It was too small. Exactly. So they would drive from the hospital all the way to the other state, the Tri-County area is what they called it,
right?
And get us and then take us back. So, I mean, if it's something serious and this is the 80s to early 90s, if it's something serious and you need something under an hour, you might not make it. Like,
oh, shit.
It was a small town. It ain't like people was getting shot every day.
Right.
But like
so
just being real, but like if something you cut your fucking hand off messing with a table saw or something, you might not get there.
Right.
Like, it is what it is. Yeah. Like, it is what it is.
So did that, like, growing up, did you guys move do you guys move differently, like more cautiously, or was that not even a thing? Like, you didn't even think about that when you was kids? Like,
no, dude.
Growing up, I had everything right down the road, so it wasn't even a thing for me, but to think about like literally an hour away from everything that could potentially save your life. Did you guys move differently than most people?
Not really. We no, not really. I mean, I'll so me and my brother, being knuckleheads that we were youngsters. My parents were gone, and I mean, I think there's a statute of limitations over this. I think I can talk about this. So anyways, my parents were gone. We just got off the school bus and we ran home. I knew my dad just bought a gun, right? So I started playing with this gun.
Oh, Lord.
Yep. Oh, it's going to get good.
Here we go.
And
guys.
so
everybody strap in for this one.
I cocked it back and the bullet got stuck in the chamber.
Oh, shit.
Well, my brother, being the dickhead that he is, ripped it out of my hand and started fucking. I'm like, no, dude, don't. No, dude, don't. No, dude, don't. And like, so we're arguing back and forth. So anyways, dude, for whatever reason, my shirt at school got muddy from playing on a playground. I remember kneeling down, and we had this dresser that had 3 drawers in it. I remember kneeling down and grabbing a chair or a shirt out of the bottom drawer to change my shirt. And like, dude, it was a 380. It looked just like a John Dillinger weapon, right?
Okay.
Like the hammerless, nickel plated. And so, dude, it even has a triple safety. So it has a safety on the back of the handle. So, dude, he's literally got the trigger pulled down, the safety in, and he's holding the slide back. And he had a knife he was trying to pull.
Oh, my.
Yep.
What?
So he had this, those cheap boot knives you get at the carnival.
Oh, yeah.
Just worthless.
Yeah. They look cool.
he had the slide pushed back. He had that knife in his hand, and he finally got it out. And when he let it off, what's the first thing that's going to happen? It engaged the next round. He had his thumb on the trigger and the safety down. Boom!
The hammer
Through
hit.
through his hand, right over my head and into the wall. Like if I would have been standing, and I was like, dude, I was in like 3rd or 4th grade. Like so we got it in 94.
What?
And I was born in 82, so I was like 11 or 12 when that happened. And like, dude, and I just happened to be kneeling down. If not 11 or 12-year-old, I wasn't, nothing like I am now. It have went straight through my chest, right into my chest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And so he calls 911. We had just got 911 in the town like a couple months before that.
Oh, thank God. Thank you,
yeah,
God.
Because like I said, we got high up in this house. So I'm already hip to cops are coming. I got to hide everything. So I'm stashing shit around the house. My brother's got a towel wrapped around his hand, soaked in blood.
Soaked, yeah.
On a cordless phone.
Oh,
and the cop comes by and he stops and backs up. And dude, you just can't write this. He said, "Are you the one that shot himself?" And dude, I'm talking a white towel that turned red. He's standing in the driveway. He didn't even know what to say. He's just standing there. And like, so anyways, they come get him, take him to the hospital. And the doctor's like, "Where in the hell did the wood come from?" My dad's like, "I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know." And like, dude, I'm like, "I don't know." And so we get back home because they had to pick the splinters out of his damn hand.
Really?
But it was from that boot knife that he was holding right in front of the barrel when it went off. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
dang,
dude.
bro.
Yeah. Like,
that's crazy.
Like that's a 911 story for that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Like a couple months before that, because I remember us talking about that. Like, dude, he just got like it blew off a chunk of his knuckle. Luckily, it went in between the two, and it blew off a chunk of his knuckle. Yeah. Yeah, he still can't make. I mean, he can close his fist, but not completely. Yeah.
Wow. Well, close calls. Close calls. Guy was looking out. 911 was there. So yeah, you're like, yeah, 911's available. We can get a little bit more reckless.
No, it was a big thing, so everybody knew about it. Like, hey,
Right.
we finally got 911. Like, everybody knew about it. So it ain't like it was hidden. Like, it was all over the news. This is back when everybody watched the news at 4 or 5 o'clock. And it was on the news.
Yeah.
We were on the news for that. I got shot accidentally by my friend. Well, I was on the news for that. Yeah. Why? What?
How are you alive right now?
Dude, I'm walking proof Jesus Christ exists. Like
amen.
100%. Like I was just telling my wife the other day, I was like, any atheist needs to come. I can clear that junk off right there. They need to come over here, sleep on my futon, and hang out with me for like, I don't even know if it'll take a month. Like a couple weeks, they can live down in the basement rent free. I'll change their life forever. I'll change their thought on spirituality forever. You can't write my life, dude. Like, you can't make that up.
You know, I think it's those moments where we are close to have a close call like that. Maybe not even so much in that moment, but down the road, looking at it back, like God does have a calling for us because we should have been dead. We suffered through things and went through things and dealt with things that should have killed us, but God kept us alive. So absolutely, my dude. He was looking out for you, brother.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like a 9mm slug to the chest, I would have killed me. Instead, it went right over my head, hit his hand, and like the other time, it got shot in the stomach. It was just a 22, but still, like any other direction, it would like I got 3 scars from one bullet. Any other direction, it would have killed me.
That's crazy, man. So you lived an insane, crazy childhood, obviously.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah. Parents letting you guys just run rampant, I'm sure.
They loved us. I don't hold anything against them. It's just that's the decisions. They made the best with what they had.
For sure. Yeah.
I don't for one second think my dad was a terrible dude or my mom was a terrible person.
But that's just how you guys lived out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
Grew up into it.
Well, I mean, look at you look at the amazing individual you are that you grew up to be, man. So, I mean, obviously, we are a product of our environment. We're going to carry traits of our parents with us, no matter what, whether we love them or hate them. We're going to have part of them with us, and the fact that like you are who you are does say a lot, man. And yeah,
I
no,
wouldn't change anything about my past. I mean, there's some, not for the general. Like, if I had to do it all again, I'd do it all again. Like,
for sure.
like I would never. There's plenty of regrets. Anybody says that's full of shit. I don't care
Right.
who they are. Like, there's things I said or things I did to people that, like, even if it was as simple as girlfriend or friend, or you know what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
but like, as far as like friends and like situations and me having their back or whatever the extreme was, like my drug use, like I wouldn't change, like, because it brought me to here, and like I can change people's lives with my testimony.
Absolutely, man. And I agree with you 100% on that one, because I was, you can even ask Kashik. I was literally just saying this the other week that like, I totally, man, there's things that like, man, I wish I would have done this a little bit different, but I don't regret all the things that I've had to go through, because you're right, man. Like,
It's the lessons.
I
It's
love
the
who I
wisdom.
am today, bro. I love
Yeah.
the lessons
Yep.
that I've learned today. And there's no way in hell that if anything was different, that I would know exactly what I know today. And I feel like sometimes it takes us, especially me, but I think some of us, it takes a little bit longer to figure those things out.
Oh, yeah.
And it doesn't matter when you figure out, but as long as you figure them out. And yeah, man, I wouldn't want to change anything, but there are things that certain things, whether it be financially or shit like that. But the fact that I can be okay with and happy with who I am and what I've done today, or what I've learned to get to where I'm at and shit, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree with you 100% on that one. Okay, so now, small town. You set your sights on getting out. You're like, I got to go out and do something, right? Like, what happens? You go to college. You go shoot your friends at college. You get shot accidentally at college. Like, what happens in college?
No, kind of, but like, I was never really driven to have a degree, right? My first job, here, let me back up a little bit. So my mom and dad separated at 13.
Okay.
She ended up in Colorado and remarried. Then I ended up moving up there for a little bit. Me and the stepdad at the time did not get along because I smoked weed, and he was like, "You ain't doing that in my house." I said, "I've been doing it for 5 years, player. I ain't stopping." So, anyways, I got kicked out. Yeah, exactly. Like, whatever, dude.
Right.
And I was 16, working a job, going to school, paying rent as a roommate with these other people who were super cool. And he got me kicked out of there because he figured out where I was living and got a hold of the landlord, said he's a drug addict. He's this, he's that.
Geez.
So I had to go back to Oklahoma. I know, just the worst person I've ever met in my life. And so I go back to Oklahoma, getting a bunch of drugs and a bunch of trouble, graduate, I don't know how, because I went to alternative school, which was at night, and I graduated through that, but they let us walk with the regular class.
Right. Yeah.
And then,
that's cool.
Yeah, I done a shitload, like a crazy amount of drugs. I was doing all kinds of shooting heroin and meth and pills.
When was the, like, when did that ramp up? With, like, when did you, like, I guess
16.
let's talk a little bit about that.
I was 16. No, I started smoking weed at 10. I started popping pills and drinking at 13. And at 15, I started shooting meth and shooting oxys.
Shit, okay. Damn, bro. You didn't waste
when I
no
was
time.
15. So
Right.
I went to Colorado because it was, looking back on it, it ain't that I missed my mom. I love my mom, don't get me wrong. It ain't that I like missed her. It was the Holy Spirit inside of me saying, "Hey, dude, you need to change something." And I didn't know what I was doing.
The environment you were in.
Exactly. What's up, Woodchuck?
Yeah, what up, Woodchuck?
So I went to Colorado, and that's when that dumb stuff happened. I went back to Oklahoma. So then years later, they wanted me to come back because my mom missed us, and my brother just ain't the one to be moving anywhere. He whatever. So I went back there because I started working in restaurants, and they were like, "Hey, how about you move up here, and we'll help you go to culinary arts school, and you can do this." What's up, hologram? And then so like that was one of my, like, I went up there to like get away from the trouble because and the drugs and stuff,
Right.
and to like I was just like, well, I'm already cooking, I might as well make more money at it. I'm good at it.
For sure.
So that's where my mind went. Again, I was never driven by, oh, you got to have a degree. My parents never once said the word college to me about
right.
anything.
Right.
Like anything. Until I went to that. And what's up, Christina? So whenever I went there, dude, I got a job at Chili's. I was doing culinary arts school. Dude, I never went to any like AA meeting or tried to get any help. Like, just because you change your environment don't mean nothing. Like,
right. You're going to find a way. Right.
Yeah.
You're going to find a way, man.
There wasn't many pain pills up there, but I started shooting meth and getting high and drinking. I was like I'd wake up 7 a.m. drinking.
Oh, shit.
Like I was drinking all the time. And
how do people do that? I can't do that. Like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. My body would just shut down.
That's like, dude, I would wake up in the morning and stick my hand behind the seat of the old Silverado. I had an 88, and I'd pull it out and fucking find a warm fucking malt liquor and like every day. Like I was bad.
Man.
And I was like driving straight, never swerving. Even though I got 4 DUIs, I never... just never. Like cops. One time, I blew a .075, and the cop said bullshit. I'm like, it was in Colorado.
Oh, he was trying to get you.
I'm looking at him. I'm like, no, it was over the legal limit.
Oh, was it?
I think it's .01 or
.08. Yeah, .088. I don't know. Yeah, I think. Well, as far as I know, it's .08. Right, is the legal limit.
Maybe it is. And I look up at him. I'm like, what, dude?
If that.
And like, dude, he was like, and I told
you were straight faced. You were just like, I'm good,
walk
bro.
And talk. He's like, how the fuck are you walking straight? How are you not slurring? Like, I'm like, I don't know, man. I told him, I was like, dude, yeah, I've been drinking. Fuck, there was no denying it, dude. And that's a story.
And they're usually cool. Like, if you just
that's a story and a half right there. So I'm coming back from Pueblo. I knew this dude that I got some coke off of that I went to culinary arts school with, to kind of, get a little. So I was coming back. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't really like the stuff. I was just hanging out with him because he was cool and we got along good.
Gotcha.
So I'm coming back from Pueblo, and dude, there's this super steep hill. Pueblo is right in between Canyon City. This is like 2.5 hours south of Denver, roughly.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it's a highway 50. There's a super steep hill, and whenever you leave cruise control on, it idles real weird on my truck. So I always turn it off and just coast down it, and I turn it back on when I get over the hill.
Makes sense.
Oh, the motherfucker was sitting at the bottom of the fucking hill.
Oh shit!
I'm like,
he was
what
cruising, bro. He was cruising.
So I was well over 55. I think I was doing like 70 or something like that. But I was coasting. I wasn't like trying to speed. I knew I'd been drinking.
Right, you just let gravity do its thing.
I knew I'd been drinking. I know if I get pulled over, they're gonna find out. So, dude, earlier that day, I'll paint the picture for that. So earlier that day, this dude August, I seen him. We kind of smoked together a couple times. We weren't real close, but we knew who each other were. We bought from the same dude. We were cool. I said, hey, dude, I seen him at the convenience store. I was like, bro, you need a fucking ride? He's like, hell yeah. So we hopped in.
Yeah, that's cool.
We're cruising around smoking one. We had this blueberry shit. This is back way before it was legal. This was in like 2000.
Right. This was like you get caught, you're for sure going to jail.
Yeah. So this is in like 2000.
Especially with your record at this point, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. No, by this time I think I had 2 felonies and I don't know, 10, 15 misdemeanors. I don't even know.
I'm so excited to talk about the climb up, but keep going.
Yeah, no, because it was a long way down. So that's why it's been a long way up.
Right.
So August, I'm kicking it with him, and we're smoking one. I just got this killer fucking weed the night before, and I had split it up, thank God. So I had some when I got out. But so I'm smoking with him.
I've been there before.
Oh yeah. So my or not mine, but his mother-in-law. He's like, bro, she's fucking crazy. I never met her. I met his girl like once, I think. He's like, bro, she's fucking crazy. I got to sneak this shit in. I'm like, how old are you? Because I knew he was older than me. He was like 25, 26 at the time. I can't remember. I was 23 or 2 or I can't remember. I was in my 20s, mid 20s.
Gotcha.
And I don't care to do the math, whatever.
Fuck math.
So I took him to the liquor store and we got some more alcohol. Well, dude, he's sliding these, and this plays into the story. It's hilarious. So he's sliding these fucking pints, and he got some of them weird little, some type of mixed drinks that was like a 4-pack. Dude, he's sliding them in the sleeve of his coat, and he had this big starter coat, the old school ones.
Oh, shout out
so
to
when he gets out the truck, bro. Thank you, bro. I'll see you later. And dude, he's just ching, all the glass clanging together. Dude, it was hilarious, right? So this was during the day. This is daylight. Like I said, I'd been drinking since that morning.
Daylight.
Yeah, this is probably noon or 2. So I go kick with my buddy in Pueblo.
Midday, like people are looking and shit.
Yeah, no, it's payday, motherfucker. And so
payday.
I'm on the way back, and that's when I did the cruise control thing. When I cut it off, dude, the state trooper pulls me over, and he's like, he looks at me, he's like, sir, you've been drinking? And I was like, why in the hell is that the first thing you ask me? He's like, give me your license. Like, he was not even nice at this point.
No, he already knew. He already knew.
Yeah, you can smell it, I'm sure. And I'm just like, but I hit him quick. I'm like, why in the hell is that the first thing you asked me? And like, dude, so he gets me out the truck and he starts patting me down. And I had the weed like right on, right inside the waistband. And he patted me down. Dude, I can smell it. It's this blueberry, like crunchy, sticky. Yeah. And it like, and bro, I had a pipe packed full in the cup holder. And like, dude, he's like,
the good old days.
Dude, he's like, I can smell it. Just cuff up, go get in the car. Like, he cuffed me up, took me in the car. And dude, he opens the door. So the comedic part is like, some of these bottles were empty, been old. There was like little, it was like a 32 back when 32s were sold. And like, they had these, like, he was pouring this liquor out, throwing it down the fucking ditch, right? And so he took like all that shit from August, all the bottles he was shoving in his sleeves. Like, dude, he's throwing in the ditch. So it looked like I'd been drinking like $200 worth of alcohol. Yeah. So, and like, I'm like, dude, I hope I get this fucking dash cam video. I was like, this is fucking hilarious. Because, dude, there were so many bottles he was pouring out and throwing and throwing. So he takes me to jail and he says, all right, sir, if you make it, you go past this point and you got anything on you, you're getting an extra felony for federal contraband. Oh, and I was like, all right, well, uncuff me then. And he uncuffed me. I took the shit out and I slammed it down on the fucking table. Yeah, and like, dude, 3 cops snatched it. They walked and they like hugged shoulder to shoulder and they just like disappeared and walked away. And like, what? I didn't even see who had it. Like, one of them, like, they had to smell it and say, this is some good shit, and just disappeared with it. Like, it was the weirdest shit. Like,
fucking way.
It was the weirdest shit I ever seen. So I'm sitting with this state trooper and I blow this fucking breathalyzer, and that dude straight up could not. He's like, I can't believe you're talking. He's like, I can't believe you're walking straight. He's like, how in the hell? He's like, you weren't even swerving whenever I pulled you over. I pulled you over for speed. And I was like, dude, I drink all the time. I was like, it is what it is. Like, I'm fine.
You're like, yeah, this is my life. Yeah, this is my fucking life.
I was like, whatever, get over it, dude. Like, I gave you the weed. Like, let's go so I can sit down. I need to piss.
Like, can we get going, please? I got shit.
Yeah.
Shit to
I
do.
called my buddy Eddie, who's my best friend, who I met at that Chili's in Canyon City. Still to this day, talked to him. Just was texting him earlier. Known him for 20 years. And so he got a hold of the bondsman. We knew her real good, obviously. And come and got me out. And like, there went that whole paycheck and another DUI.
Damn, fuck.
I got one 2 weeks before that, and
A
like
DUI?
a DUI. Yep. And
Right.
they were honestly, they were so cool about it. They're like, since these happen so quick, we're gonna roll it into one. I don't know what the judge is gonna do. And like, by that time, I didn't ever get a license back for, I mean, a lot of years. I was off on the deep end. Yeah, no, I was like, I went through, jails and prisons, and I went through a very difficult therapeutic community, which was a rehab. I got, 4 more felonies on top of the other 2. So I do currently have 6 felonies, and I don't even know how many misdemeanors. I've been arrested over 30 times in my life.
How are you?
I had warrants. I had
there?
warrants in 4 states at one point in time.
Damn, bro.
I still have fines in Arkansas that I need to pay.
Damn, Arkansas. Don't worry, Arkansas. You're gonna get it. All right. Just
Tell me about it.
relax,
Yeah,
Arkansas.
let me get this business. And
you just
you're gonna get paid, obviously.
Yeah, one way or the other. Whether you fucking take the shit willing or we gotta give it willingly or not willingly, you're gonna get it. I'm sure.
Yep. Yeah. No,
These
they will.
fuckers, they always do.
So yeah, just I ain't trying to just glorify it in any way,
Right.
but
No, for
a lot
sure,
of people, they see me the way I am now, and they don't believe that I used to get high or drink or anything like
Right.
that. But whenever you start telling stories like that, you're like, no, that motherfucker was there and did that shit. So like,
No, I believe it, dude. I believe it.
Like
I mean, like an individual who carries himself such as you do doesn't do it without having seen some shit, bro.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it and been there and got scars to prove it, bro.
For
like
sure.
I've been in some of the roughest prisons Colorado had. Like it was wild. But that was I went whenever I went through prison. Like I ended up again, another way God works. I'll skip through a little time period and I'll go into this.
Yeah.
Pretty cool miracle. So I got one night I broke a promise to God. Don't ever promise God anything. Trust me, because we're broken, flawed humans, and it's just not a good idea.
That's like playing with fire.
Yeah, you just don't do it. I mean, the Bible even talks about it. I didn't know scripture that good, and I was very early in my belief, like maybe a year or 2 at the time. And however, so I had these open cases. So I got in trouble. I got 4 felonies in one night. I think they dropped one of them or one. Yeah. No, I stole a bunch of cars and drove.
My man's just racking them up, dude. What the hell? Were you a character on fucking GTA or some shit, bro? What the?
Pretty much. Yeah. No, I was San Andreas all the way.
Yeah, my guy.
Grove Street, baby.
My guy.
But still, we so I went through courts and I had time served and I broke probation. So again, I'm skipping a few years. We ain't gotta go through everything.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm sitting in prison.
Redemption arc.
Yep. August. I got arrested August 21st. I was not sober that day. The day after, August 22nd of 2007, I've been sober ever since. So next month will be 18 years.
My boy, let's go.
So a year after that, I was in prison, finally went through jail and a lot of bouncing around because I had 3 different counties. And the year before that, I had 3 different counties to go to. Like, again, you can't write my life, dude. Do not break promises to God. Don't make any to God.
That's so smart. That's smart.
I promised to never steal a car again, and I did. And like, all hell broke loose. But God's just like, there's no better place to form a relationship than with him in prison. And I was just talking about this in Bible study because there's so much distraction, whether you're sober or married or you just got work and world and business.
Having that kind of freedom can
responsibility, really... like it's a distraction.
Right.
It is 100%. So here I am in prison and my case manager, he's in the unit with you, at least in this prison. So there's 3 for 275 people.
Yeah,
So they don't show you a whole lot of attention.
for sure.
And, which I mean, that whatever. Who cares? They're doing their thing. Who gives a damn? So this guy was sitting there looking at the paperwork. And he's like, "No, man, don't you mean 2008?" And I said, "No, 2007." He said, "Don't." He repeated it back to me. I said, "No, 2007, dude. Why?" And he's like, "Hang on a second." So a couple months before that, I had an open case because I stole all them cars in different counties. I finally went to El Paso County, and the judge said, "You committed a crime in this county. You deserve to feel punishment from this county. So this sentence is going to be 2 years consecutive on top of your 4. So that means you serve your 4 and you do your 2 after that." I'm like, what do I do? I'm already in prison.
Right,
They transformed me back. I don't think nothing of it, but he gave me a year time served. So the case manager, Campbell was his name, is looking at it. He's like, he lays it down on his desk. He said, "I've never seen this happen in my life." He's like, "I've been doing this 18 years, whatever it was." And he's like,
never seen the judge.
He said, "I got a year time served from Fremont County, and I got a year time served from El Paso County. So even though I did 1 year from that point on, they gave me 2 years credit."
Right.
Which is unheard. Like, it's impossible. I wasn't in there for 2 years at that point in time.
So it's
that
like,
put me eligible for parole.
They gave you the credit based on like it was 2 different cases essentially, but they credited it as 1 case.
Exactly. So they gave me 2 years when I only had 1. And he's like, "I've never seen him do that."
That's
like,
crazy.
But I mean, it just put me eligible for parole earlier.
Right.
He was like, "Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't bring it up.
Yeah,
Don't repeat this."
The same.
He said, "Don't say nothing." He said, "Don't tell your cellmate. Don't tell fucking nobody." He said, "Do not repeat this again." I said, "Yeah." He's like, and then like a month later, I seen the parole board, and they said, "Hey, I told him my cellmate was like, this was the story. He was like, "Hey, dude." His name was James Sweet. He had Sweet fucking tattooed on the back of his neck.
Good Lord.
Yeah, shaved head, white dude. He's cool. So he was
Sounds like your typical guy in jail.
Yeah. He said, "Dude, this is what you do." He said, "Listen here." He said, "You go in there and you tell them, I've been a lifelong drug addict. I don't feel I got the help I got in here. Will you send me to a rehab?" He's like, "Dude, there's a 90-day one. It's cake. You'll be on the streets in a couple months." So that was my plan, thinking,
okay,
bet I'm going to be out in no time. So I go in there and tell this lady this, because the parole hearing is like this. It's a video chat.
Okay.
You ain't sitting like they do on movies.
Right.
She's in the state, but nowhere near me.
Nowhere near you.
And so I'm sitting there talking with her, and I say that exact thing, because honestly, by that time, like I went through a situation where my friend had overdosed and died.
Oh shit! Sorry to hear, bro.
In my rental property that I was renting, my house.
Oh shit!
2 days after I got arrested, so it was like August 21st. I got arrested.
So you were in jail when this happened.
I got arrested August 21st, so this was like 24th or 25th. This happened. He overdosed and died in my bathroom at my house.
Sorry to hear about that, Bubba.
Yeah, his name was Dana.
Shout out Dana.
Yep,
man.
Rest his soul. He's an amazing dude. Whenever I heard that dude, I walked in that jail cell and I dropped down on my knees and I said, "Jesus, I can't do this without you." And like, there was like,
so
dude,
let me ask
the lights were off in this cell.
Did
there
you
was
grow up?
Glow around me, a glow. Like, it was the weirdest. I've not been the same ever since.
Did you grow up around the church?
No, I went to a church because I was playing basketball on a Wednesday night, and they offered for me to come in, and I was playing basketball in the parking lot.
And this was like in the midst of everything that you were dealing with.
I don't even remember how old I was. I would say early teens.
And this would be the first time that you're introduced.
13.
This would be the first time you introduced to God, religion, or anything like that.
Yeah, but I don't remember much of it because, again, the Bible Belt's a little different. Whenever you go to church, bro, they got something going on every day.
Right.
Wednesday was the potluck. So the ladies come out. the moms and everything, because like I said, I was like 12 or 13, and I'm just playing basketball by myself at the end of the parking lot. And it's like, hey, you want to come in and get something to eat? I'm like, I didn't want to be rude, and I damn sure didn't want to eat with them because I don't know no church people, is how I looked at it. And I'm just like, okay. And so I went in there and ate and hung out and like, you know, and just, but I'd been in the church a couple times, but like even asking my dad, I said, hey, do you believe in God? And he would say, yep. As we were watching basketball, take a shot of his whiskey. And like, that was the spiritual talk in my household. That one sentence and answer was, there was never Jesus, never mentioned in my household growing up ever.
Wow. Okay. So, all right. So let me frame this up. You're sitting there and your buddy, unfortunately, passes away while you're in jail. You find out the cell's dark.
On the phone. Yep.
On the phone, you find out the cell's dark.
Yep.
And you fall to your knees. Now, tell me about this glow. You mentioned a glow.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Because they turn your cell, it was 8 or 9 o'clock at night, I think lights out are at 10. When they just turn the light out in the main pod where the TV is, they turn the TV off, everybody closes, locks down, then they do count, and then they turn the lights off. Well, the lights stay off in the room in case people go to bed early, or for people that you know, they just don't want you in there.
Right.
Because they want you out in the pod so they can see you, because they don't want too many people in the rooms all the time. If you go in there, like, they don't care, but they don't want 4 or 5 people up in there playing cards or some shit like that. Like they just come kick you out. So I was in this room, like, dude, I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I was dating his niece. He was older. I would say he's mid-40s. And like, me and him was super close, super cool. That's how I even met her, was through him. And so I call Heather's stepdad, because back then you couldn't call cell phones. You had to call a landline for a collect call from county.
Right.
Like there was no cell phone, there was no minutes.
No, it was
you call, collect call, and you know the shit you hear on
the one phone sitting outside the cell. Yep,
that's it.
I know. I remember that one.
And so he's like, "Oh, you haven't heard," and like my heart sank. I'm like, I knew it was bad when he said it like that. He's like, Heather ain't here. You haven't heard, have you? Because he knew I just got arrested a couple days before. I'm like, I didn't even say anything. And I said, no. And he said, Dana died at your house. He overdosed. He's gone. Like me and him got along, but I didn't know him real good.
Right.
I was like, all right, dude, I got to go. And I don't even know if he said anything. And I wasn't being rude to hang up on him or anything like that. But like, dude, I was crying on my way to the cell. And like, whenever I got to that cell, I had only believed in Jesus for maybe even more, like believed in God for like maybe a year at that point in time.
And that was like actually believing that God, believing in God being a thing. Whereas like it was just talk when you were a kid. It was just something that was there.
I was an atheist. I didn't believe. I thought we were all just animals and we just all appeared.
And then God plants a seed one day.
God threw me in jail in Jefferson County, and I was sitting there watching TV, and that was 2006. And he said, like, they opened the door of the pod and they slung in the book cart and said, what'd they say? Religion book cart. And I got up and I went straight over to it. And I took like 4 or 5 books off of it. And I'd never believed in God, Jesus, anything before that. I grabbed a Bible, I grabbed some other literature, and I just went straight in the cell and started reading. I didn't have, I'd had those seeds planted from the church a long time ago, but I don't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I don't remember not one word. I don't remember nobody walking up and praying for me. I don't remember none of that. Like, dude, the sermons back then were so boring. You'd sit in there for 3 hours. Everybody's falling
Snoozing, bro.
asleep.
Sweating and
Like, it
snoozing.
was tough, dude. So I don't remember none of that stuff.
So that, that's wild because, like, you got to talking about the distractions, right? How like just living, right? Existing is a distraction. And sometimes God has to put us in situations so that we aren't distracted. That we can't do it for ourselves, so God does it for us.
There couldn't have been a better situation for me because,
right,
like, even whenever I was in Buena Vista, at South Unit, one of the roughest fucking units in that state of Colorado. Like, even whenever I was there, and this was about a year or so after I'd had that transformation in that jail cell, I would call my mom and I would talk to my mom and I would say, we would be talking. I'm like, no, Mom, I feel great. This is the greatest. This is the happiest I've ever been. And she just was shocked and didn't know how to take it. I'm sitting in the roughest prison in the state, like the second roughest prison in the state. And I'm saying I'm the happiest I've ever been. Like, all you hear is like horror stories about people getting stabbed and sliced up. Like, dude, I stepped over a caution wet floor sign. That was not water underneath it. Dude got his neck sliced open and was holding it shut. And I mean, like,
it was just,
like, I
what are
mean,
you gonna
that
do,
much
man?
blood, he had to have been dead.
Guaranteed.
They never tell you so that nobody they don't get word to another facility and try to kill him there. Like, I would assume he's dead with that much blood, dude. Like, it was rough, dude. It was a prison. Like, it wasn't like every day somebody getting cut up, but dude, I seen some rough shit.
Man, bro.
But so, and my mom still can't comprehend that. And I'm just like in my head, I'm just like, I'm free of addiction. I beat it. Like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm already done. Like, I'm off to tell the world.
It was already the past.
I mean, Jesus.
Right.
And I was changed from that point on.
Man, so you haven't had like, what have you struggled with it, or is it always like ever since that day you're just like it's been easy to say no, I'm good on any of that?
100%.
See, that's that cleansing, dude.
Yeah.
He just right through you, bro. He came right through you and washed all that bullshit out.
So whenever I was in that parole hearing with that lady, she said, all I got for you is Pier 1. And dude, you already hear stories about Pier 1. It's this therapeutic community. There's addiction facilities are rated 1 to 5.
Okay.
They're 5 being the worst or most difficult. There's 2 class 5 facilities in the country, and that's one of them.
Man.
And it's in Denver, Colorado. And you hear stories around county jails like, oh, you don't want to go to Pier 1. It's like they make grown men wear diapers and this and that. They really did, dude. Like, they would put you in this huge high chair.
No.
And in a diaper and a baby rattle. Like, they used to make people wear some weird stuff. Yes, it is a huge blessing, Christina. Like, but see, since you're Department of Corrections, you're an inmate, you're still property of the state. Right. So the people would complain to DOC and they was like, hey, y'all can't be making them do that. Like, they made a lot of people do some messed up stuff.
Oh, I bet.
I could talk for 8 hours straight about Pier 1 and not cover the same story. And y'all would just be like, bullshit. It was like a fraternity and a boot camp and a rehabilitation center all rolled into one.
Dang, bro. Like, that sounds rough.
Like, dude, you used to do this thing called Monad where they would say, Troy H., go support Monad. And you walk straight to a wall. No, not a doorway, not a picture, a fat, smooth wall. And, dude, you just stand and stare at it.
Right.
You put your arm's length, you stand like that, because if you get too close, you'll get dizzy. And you just, whatever arm's length is, you just stand there and stare at it. They'll stretch you every hour or let you go to the bathroom. And, like, dude, you just stand. Monad is Native American for man stands alone. You just stand and stare at a wall, dude. I've been on that shit for 2 weeks straight.
I heard a story.
Staring at a wall.
I heard a story of a frat that made these dudes, they locked him in a room and played fucking Skater Boy by fucking Avril Lavigne for 24 hours straight, bro. Just loud as shit.
Oh, gosh.
Torturous, my dude. Torturous.
Oh, man.
Okay, so how long do you spend in prison, jail?
That I was there again 2 years I mean, like I said, that I've been most of my 20s. I was locked up.
Oh,
It was just
okay.
a year here, year there, year here, year there, 6 months here, 6 months there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there wasn't like in 2000, I think 6 to 7. I was in one Chaffee County jail in Salida, Colorado, like 7 or 8 times I was arrested. But I was in prison that time, I think, for 2 years. Then I went to the rehab for 2 years. It was 1 year in-house, 1 year out. And I had got my parole right after I graduated from there. And while I was in, I got and dude, this is just like I said, dude, you cannot write my story. So Pier 1 makes you go whenever you get, because the first year you're in the house, you ain't allowed to go nowhere. You ain't allowed to talk to nobody. You ain't allowed to do nothing. You're programming. And so for the half of that, like leading into the second year, you start getting a job and getting to work out and pay for yourself and earn. Like they pace you and starting to be a man or a human again.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was a female side to it, but you were not allowed to talk to them.
Right. Yeah.
And so, no.
That's a big thing in recovery in general.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge. So here I am getting a job, and they're like, okay, you got to start planning because you ain't always going to be here. So you got to start planning. I started doing my DUI classes for all my DUIs while I was there.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And this was after you were saved.
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
This is, I got saved in 2007. This was like 2010-ish because I'd been to prison for a couple years and I was in the rehab for a couple years. So here I am, 2010, getting a job, getting to leave the block is what they called it. And so at Pier 1, it was divided into 3 different houses: Motivation House, Inspiration House, Dedication House. Motivation House was the most difficult, and that's where I was.
Oh yeah,
and
because
all the staffs matter. And dude, Motivation House was, dude, you had to have your beds folded to 45-degree angles. You have 5 socks, and they're all folded perfectly. And all your shirts, you have 5 collared, 5 t-shirts, 5 long sleeve button-up shirts. And they're all
calculated,
all dark to light. And if one of them are messed up, dude, everybody in the house is on Monad. And dude, this is an 11-bedroom house. Dude, there's 30
so everybody holding
people.
each other accountable.
Yeah, dude, there's 30 to 50 people in this whole house staring at a wall over one person with their beds. Their sock was out of order.
Assuming
one
you guys
pair of socks was out of order.
You guys aren't very nice to the individual who screwed it up for everybody.
That's the thing. You are tough on them, but you can't be physically. The main 3, which it holds true in addiction, the main 3 rules are no violence, no threats of physical violence, and no chemicals.
Okay.
That's it. That's it. For Pier 1, that's it. You live your life by that, that's it. Like that's how it is. And so, again, here I am getting to go and the staff is like, now I'm in outpatient, and they're like, hey, Troy, you got to start planning. You ain't always going to be here. You're going to graduate this summer. You need to start getting a sponsor. Because I was already doing the AA meetings.
Gotcha.
It's like, you need to get a sponsor and work the steps. And I'm like, okay, well, I already go. And there's like, no, you need to get a sponsor. Her name was Patricia. Patricia was awesome. So I get the sponsor. His name's Max. Max is the shit. This black dude.
Shout out, Max.
Max is awesome, dude. Used to be Denver City Police. Got fired over doing drugs, and now he runs security. Cleaned up, been sober a long time.
Hell yeah.
So he starts, and like, dude, he was real straightforward. He'd break out the book and be like, he would correct somebody in a nonchalant way. They'd share something. He'd be like, actually, in the big book on page 83. And I'm just like, that's my sponsor. That's who the hell I need.
That's it right there. That guy.
Like the dude that knows it by the book.
Right.
And so I'm sitting down with Max and we work the steps. And it's been a while since I talked to him. A couple months. I think before that it was a couple years. He always thinks that it's something bad when I call him.
Oh, because no,
dude, I just want to talk. What's up? How are you? He's like, but you're good. You're still sober. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, bro,
I'm good. So me and Max, we go through the steps for about a year. And come to find out, dude, actually, I can prove this shit right here. Dude, this tape, cassette tape, when's the last time you seen one of them? This has some of the coolest. So there's speaker meetings, right?
Yeah. Speaker where one individual shares their story.
Yep, for about an hour. That's a typical AA meeting.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
Don,
you got to remember, I grew up in NA and stuff, so I know all about it. But
okay, so Don P was Max's sponsor.
Okay.
So there was, I can't remember the dude's name that also sponsored Don, but Bill W. that wrote the book of AA.
I'm a friend of Bill W.
Sponsored these two dudes.
Oh shit! No way.
So my great grand sponsor is Bill W. That wrote.
Shut up! That's crazy, dude.
I get Max on here and he'll tell you the story.
That's wild, dude. I believe
it.
That's nuts because I remember growing up hearing that name because like my mother was in NA. I remember going to.
That's the little sly speakeasy way. Like, oh, you a friend of Bill's?
Yeah, right.
So you're not giving it the anonymous way.
I remember so growing up, my mother would take us to meetings and they had this back room that we'd sit back. My brother and I would like sit and play, read books, whatever. And we'd be too loud. They'd come and tell us shut up, a whole bit. But anyway, I remember we used to go to these dances. They'd have them on like Saturdays and stuff. It was like an NA dance, and you'd go and it'd be all the people there and stuff like that. And there was a little shop that would sell things like that. But they sell a patch that said "I'm friends with Bill W." or whatever, And you could wear this patch and shit. It was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that dude was my great grand sponsor.
That's what's up.
Oh shit.
That's crazy, bro.
And like, dude,
there's source from the source. It's
yeah. Like, dude, I even try to tell old timers that, and they just kind of shrug it off and don't even acknowledge it. Like, they don't even believe me. That's like saying Michael Jordan taught me how to dribble and shoot.
Recovery.
Like they just don't believe me. I'm just like, I don't even go into it. I'm just like, it was hard for me to believe. I'm like staring at Max. I'm like, what? I'm like, this Bill W? He's like, yeah, dude. He's like, so the teachings me and you have are priceless because it came from the guy that wrote this.
The guy.
Millions of lives. Like, through God. That's a divinely inspired book. That first 164 pages was written in 2 weeks. Dude, that is 100% divinely inspired.
Oh, for sure.
God had his right hand on that book.
For sure, sure.
Like, there's just no way. It just does not work any other way.
For sure.
And like I said, any atheist that just, dude, all they got to do is sit down and listen to me, and they just will not believe anything I'm saying. But here I am. That's why I put walking.
Right.
Here I am talking about it, living it.
That's what's up, man.
And
That's what I'm talking about.
It was those ingredients that God directed in my life. And even though I claim to be an atheist years ago, like, dude, whenever I got saved and I was in prison, and I was, even before then, before that one moment, even the year of 2006, whenever I first started reading and believing, I could look back because I was in jail and sober. Right. I could look back and really see where God, the Holy Spirit, was inside of me and directed me away from situations that would have got me killed. Like, I mean, two stories of me getting a bullet going over my head and one through my stomach. Like,
crazy, bro.
Like, name anybody that can say that.
Yeah, I've been shot at, but not that close. I mean,
dude, it was like he was standing. We were at a dresser.
Yeah,
it had to have went right over my head. I was kneeling down in the third drawer, and like, here I am.
Any other place in that room, you're probably getting hit.
Oh yeah, if not the chest or my head.
Right.
And like, dude, like, you just coincidences for 42 years, really?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
It just don't happen. It's impossible.
All right, so you're saved. You get out of prison. What's the first thing you do, man?
So I got out of prison. That was a weird situation. So I get out of prison. Nobody knows what to do with me, right? And I'm just like, dude, I got to go to this program. There's like, we don't take you. I'm like, who in the hell is supposed to take me then? And there's like, we don't know. So like this staff member who was late by a couple hours comes and picks me up, and they're like, I guess you're going with this guy. And I'm looking at the guard like, I don't know who the hell's supposed to come get me. I'm like, what do you mean you guess?
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
I'm down to get out. Let me out the door. He's like, no, but you're still our property and you're not getting set free. But you're going with this person. I'm like, okay, dude. So I'm getting out and I'm like, hey, I'm leaving the prison facility like with some stranger,
Right.
getting in this white van. Like I'm just like,
who
yeah,
knows what's about to go
exactly. I'm just like, I don't know you motherfucker.
down.
So
Totally.
anyways, so I go through the program, I graduate, I get off of parole. And so what's up, Ghost? So I start working. I'm peer brothers. That's what we call each other through Peer One. We worked a lot with each other because our employers would know that we're reliable because we're sober. We're hungry for like wanting to live.
Right.
So they would hire us on the spot. So I was working at Village Inn, a breakfast house back in
Let's go, dude.
yeah, back in Denver.
Let's go.
So my buddy, who was a peer brother, he didn't really get me the job, but in a way, like, because so many of us work there, you're pretty much guaranteed a job.
Right.
So he was a server and I was a cook. And because I cooked restaurants for like 8 years.
That's cool.
And,
Hell yeah, dude.
So again, that was the culinary, because I cooked a lot in restaurants. And so I meet Jeremy and Jeremy's like, bro, you're big as shit. And because I was training, dude, another interesting fact, like, dude, soon as I got to jail and gave my life to Jesus, dude, I started doing push-ups, started doing pull-ups, started
doing it,
started like ever since. And so I get to prison, I'm lifting free weights, and my cellmate is like, yeah, dude, let's lift. And he starts, dude, he knows all the Olympics lift, all the plyometrics, how to squat, deadlift, dude, this is where I'm at. Like I said, you can't write my life. And get this, a big ass white dude named Will Smith. Literally. His name's Will Smith. William Smith. Big, huge, cool as fuck. That dude taught me how to deadlift, squat. Like, here I am years later. And so I'd been lifting for a long time. And whenever you go to Pier 1, dude, they feed you good. They got all kinds of food, donated bakery from the grocery store down the street.
Oh,
and it's the middle of Denver. So, like,
right.
Dude, they got all the old meat from Chipotle that was
oh shit
expire. So dude, I was smashing chicken and steak and cake and like, so I put on like 30
calories.
pounds on like, because my body, I was lifting like heavy in prison. And then whenever I just didn't have the calories, whenever I got to Pier 1 and I started eating all the calories, dude, I probably put on 20, 30 pounds. Not all of it was good, but I really put on 20, 30 pounds in probably about 6-8 months.
Damn.
So
that usually doesn't happen.
No. So, because I would have been lifting for a couple of years and my body was just like spinning its wheels because you don't get good nutrition in prison. You just don't. So whenever I blew up like that, my buddy Jeremy was like, bro, you're big as shit. Like, dude, let's teach me. I'm like, okay. I'll see you at the gym. They had this I don't know if y'all got them up there, 24-hour fitness.
Yeah, they're on.
Okay, so there ain't none over here.
Okay.
So me and him just started training together for about a year.
Hell yeah, dude.
And that's when my wonderful, amazing wife come in.
Shout out to the Wonky.
Yep. Jeremy, James, and Mitch. I worked with Jeremy at Village Inn. I went to a different Village Inn and worked with Mitch. James is Sarah's cousin.
Oh,
like first cousin. So she moved in with them and I like met her the first day. And so like me and her hit it off and here we are 12 years later.
That's it. Let's go.
Yeah. So
she's awesome, bro. The wifey is
she
awesome, bro. She's cool as shit.
And like she, she was obviously a gigantic part of my life. And
Totally.
like me and her have been going to church and worshiping, and now we got a 9-year-old. And so like I started climbing trees right when I first met her.
Okay.
I was working restaurants and welding. I think I had just quit or just started climbing trees like within a month after I met her. I don't think I was. So I think it was about a month after I met her that I started climbing. I quit
Okay.
welding school. I quit working at Village Inn. Even though I was waiting tables at that point in time, I wasn't working back at the house. I was making good
That's
money.
nice. Yeah, right.
And I like quit school and started doing tree work. And
Just never looked back.
nope, dove in. Now I got my own business, and doing really good for ourselves. I started with 2 other people, but like I still did AA meetings every week. I went
Hell
to
yeah.
church every
That's
week.
what's up.
I went CR, which is called Celebrate Recovery, which is a spiritual based, a Christian based 12-step program.
Okay.
I never worked the steps there. But the meetings were awesome. It was a different feel than the AA, but it's just, a lot of good people.
Right.
I do one Bible study every other week, and I do one every Monday. Like I go to churches like as often as I can.
For sure.
But the church split up a couple. Like it was some weird stuff was going on. But we did go every single Sunday. I mean, we have went almost since we've known each other.
Right.
I went to a couple meetings out here, not a whole lot, but in Denver, like they were everywhere, dude. I had a lot of people. I went to a lot of meetings. I mean, a couple of weeks sometimes.
For sure.
It's just good for you.
Oh, for sure, man. Like I remember, my mother would go to like 2 a week, and we'd be there and shit. And I could even, as being that young, I can see how just having a group of people to communicate with and share things with and talk about things and get perspectives on things is super beneficial, man. And I think it was a huge impact on like me talking, right? It taught me a lot on how to communicate and talk. And I probably owe a lot of, doing this stuff well to that, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah. And dude, there was this one, Herb, he was in charge of the outpatient program in Pier 1. He was so cool. Older black dude. He rolled up to like a group of us.
Yeah.
And we were talking. I don't even know if we were talking about. He just like interrupted us. He said, "You know what? Y'all come here. Listen." He said, "I have been going to meetings lately, and I can't wait to get out of them." We're all looking at each other like, "What did he just say?" We didn't say nothing. And he's like, "But you know why I keep going? Because I know what happens to the ones that quit going."
Oh shit.
And I was like, and we were all like, "Damn, like that's a like dropping
it's some real shit.
bomb." Yeah,
real
it
shit.
is.
Yeah.
It is, dude. And like I said, dude, like I haven't been to but a couple out here, and I've been here for 6 years. But dude, I go to Bible study and church like a couple times a week.
Yeah, I know you're always busy, man. Always busy. I always hear, hey, man, what are you doing now? We're at the church. No, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you're plugged into that community. We're running up on some time here, or getting ready to shut this down. But
I got some stories, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna have you back on too, man.
Ramble, yeah. Like I skipped years worth of stories right there. Like,
oh, I know. Like we could probably do a whole ass fucking 4-hour segment on just like those stories.
I didn't even tell the story about how I got shot. We can do that another time.
Oh yeah, for sure. But okay, so let's get into this conversation, and then we'll do a to be continued, because I definitely want to have you back on and talk more about this, because I feel like your story resonates with people. I feel like a lot of people can look at your story and see inspiration in it. So I want to keep this an open dialogue. I want to keep you having, bring you on for episodes down the road. And yeah, absolutely. I'm dude, this is, people need to hear this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
like I've known you for a couple of years, and you don't know this stuff.
I know, man. I know. We gotta have like
so much to tell, dude. There's so much to tell. Like there's like, to even live the way I did, and the many friends I grew up with that are dead, overdosed, or in prison for, 20 plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I absolute miracle, like to beat all those statistics and be where I'm at. Like like I'm a homeowner. I got a business. I just started within a year, but like still like to even be alive, not even like I'm not rich by any means. Like my house costs
No,
60
come on,
grand.
you're a rich boy. They told us on the internet.
Oh, in the comments, yeah.
They
Dude, my
told
house
us on the
costs
internet.
60 grand. That ain't like you can't even buy a new truck for that.
That's what's up, dude. I wish I had a 60 grand house.
That's what I'm telling you. Like you can't even buy a new truck for that, dude. But like here we are, like financial stuff gone. The fact that I'm still sober, almost 18 years next month, and alive. Like, I mean, dude, like people used to think it was fake. They're like, oh no, I know Troy. I know the real Troy that I've seen. The real Troy. I grew up with the real Troy. No, that Troy's gone. Like I'm a different person, and Jesus is here to stay.
Amen on that one, dude. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so let me ask you this, and then we'll end it, and then we're gonna do like a little 10-minute members thing where Troy and I are gonna kind of goof off and talk about some goofy shit, and that'll be for the members content. So if you guys want to check out that, you go join the memberships, guys, down below, all that good stuff. But you get saved, you find your lady, you get married, you have a kid, you're here now. What music? Because this will be what the next time we bring you on for is we'll talk about more music stuff. But when did you decide, when you were like, I want to start writing music? What was that like? Was that like, were you thinking about that before sobriety, or is that something that's like in just recent years?
No, that was definitely more recent. A lot of that is inspired by Ryan Upchurch, of course.
Shout out, boy, Upchurch.
Yep. Like, dude, I've rapped along to music. I could rap real fast. I could memorize raps and rap along with, you know, Twista and Do or Die, like some people that could spit quick. And I'd memorized whole songs and like, so it was always there.
Right.
I just never tried to write my own music.
Gotcha.
So after I heard Upchurch, I'm just like, oh damn, I grew up in the country. Like I grew up just like this.
Right.
Like me and this dude could sit down and tell the same story in another room and it would sound similar.
It would sound like you guys grew up in the same area. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though he grew up in Tennessee, I grew up in Oklahoma.
Right.
But like we have a lot of the same similar stories.
Right.
I mean, different people, different places, but like I was like, damn, like that's really what I could spit about. Like I don't want to glorify shooting people and selling drugs.
Right.
You know, and I'm like, that's not what I want to rap about, even though that's what I listened to growing up. And that's what I did. That is not something I have a lot of emotion I want to tie to.
Same here, bro.
To write in lyrics.
Not interested in that shit.
No, I'm not. So, like, dude, I wrote for like a year. I would say roughly something like that. And that's when you see on the intro, I got a hold of Lorenzo. That was
shout out Lorenzo.
Yeah. And like, that's when Dell and Nate introduced me to him. Yeah, dude, that dude, Lorenzo Cole, is one of the most talented, underrated.
I agree.
That can sing, guitar, rap, write. That dude, his producing skills could match any genre, anybody,
He's a
anywhere.
legend, bro.
Like that dude is so good. I cannot believe he don't get the recognition that he deserves.
Oh, he will. He will.
Yeah, he's coming. He's still young,
flavor, bro.
He's still young. Yeah, Street Flavor lights it up, dude.
That's it, man. Oh, don't forget, we got shout out to Sonny too. His dad, Sonny.
Son. Hey, he started Street Flavor.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like it's just a dynasty about at this point. I think. Oh, and then shout out Lorenzo to his pending nuptials. Congratulations to our boy, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then he's gonna have a kid one day, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be a freaking Street Flavor dynasty, man. Dude. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Super stoked.
So, like, I hooked up with him. And I told him, I'm like, look, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to ask some really dumb things, but dude, I can write lyrics. And he's like, okay, sure. I don't care.
Figure it out.
And dude, I drove from Pittsburgh to Florida and whipped up some stuff that I like. He was just like, he's like, dude, this is literally your first time ever doing this. I was like, in a studio. Yeah. He's like, you're doing, like, I was making a song a day, my first time ever in a studio. He's like, and like, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry it's taking me so long. He's like, no, dude, some people it takes 2-3 weeks. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, dude, like you're good. It was different when you drive down there.
For sure.
Like here at my house, like I procrastinate because I've been working so hard, dude. I've been
distractions.
I mean, exactly. No, 100%. And that's no excuse. If you want it, you'll go for it.
For
but
sure.
Like, dude,
sure.
I also I have put thousands of dollars into it and ain't got made
much
squat
on it. Right.
Nothing to
right.
So
so it just goes to show you
that does not like deflate me in any way.
Right.
But it's hard for me to come home after working all day and mentally be in a spot where I can just come.
It's difficult.
Knock out a song and go to bed. Like it is.
Yeah. I can attest to that. Like I take a long time to write songs. Yes, distractions and things like that. But I'm very critical of myself too. There's all that. But and the thing with it is when it comes to writing, sometimes it'll come really sharp. Sometimes it'll take forever. Do you ever have that experience, or are you just usually right on it? Because for me, it's always like there'll be times where I'm like really, really on it, and then times where it just drags out. But mostly it just drags out.
100%, dude. Really, for me, the timing of beats can confuse me sometimes. But dude, sometimes, dude, if I'll just hear a song, I'll write that motherfucker in 10, 15 minutes, the whole thing. I'll be like, oh yeah, I got probably, I don't know, 50 to 70 songs on my phone. And I'll just be like, I'll be listening to a beat and I'll start singing a chorus that I wrote a year ago. I'm like, hold up. I'll scroll. It'll take me a minute. I'll scroll and be like, dude, and I'll start spitting it. I'm just like, yeah, like right here. Yeah, like I'm doing a reggae song, dude. And I got this one. Like, dude, it's just, the hits keep coming as the world keeps turning. With this mountain I'm climbing, with the smile I'm smiling. And like, dude, I'm just like, dude, that's a cold piece.
There you go.
Like it just comes out.
Hey, man. And that's good, man. That's your soul speaking to you, bro. I think that's
no, it matters when your emotions and your soul latches onto it. And like, dude, you just like spit it out. Oh yeah.
For sure, man. Hell yeah, man. Troy, thank you for coming on tonight with us. We're going to be doing a members section after this, so if you guys want to check that out,
thank you, everybody that wanted to hear about my wild, crazy life.
Oh, dude, and there's just so much more to talk about. So we absolutely have to
years worth.
We absolutely have to bring you back on the show to talk more about it. So let's not forget. So we're starting the music conversation, and there's a lot I want to ask you about it with the music stuff, because we'll talk inspirations and stuff on the next one. But part 2 coming here in the near future, guys. So make sure you come hang out. Troy, thank you for hanging out with us tonight, guys, and thank you for telling us your story, bro. And I know it's not always easy to like kind of share yourself out there like that, but I think it's important that we do tell these stories because people can learn from them, man, and that's what it's all about, right?
Oh yeah. No, thank you, everybody. And yeah, anybody dealing with addiction, if y'all want to send this episode to them, or even find me on Instagram, like I will talk to them and give them some hope and shed hope on the situation. Like I would love for this stuff like this to reach somebody that needs help.
Absolutely. Well, do me a favor. Tell them where they can find you on Instagram, and I'll drop the link. Just let them know, and I'll drop the link, man.
Oh, Troy Hill 2682, like that. That's it. Like you. It's a public. I'm verified. I'm not hard to find. It's my face all over it doing tree work. Like, direct message me. It might take me a couple of days. I ain't on there all the time, but like I will get back to you. And especially if you need help with addiction or struggling or know anybody that is, like, please contact me.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Troy, do you have anything else coming up? Are you dropping any music anytime soon?
There's no dates right now. No.
Okay. So nothing especially coming up. He does post a lot of his work content. If you guys like seeing dangerous shit go down in the trees and stuff, if you guys like want to watch This guy risk his life every day.
Life and limb.
This is the Instagram link. You guys can hit that. Follow him over on Instagram. If you guys want to go check out his music, check out his reactions, because he does have some reactions up.
I do.
On his channel. Congratulations. You hit like 1,200 subs, I think. Congratulations, man.
Oh, yeah, almost 13, I think.
Yeah, he's so he's got some content up there, guys. That's his YouTube channel. If you guys want to go give him a sub,
Please,
and,
yeah.
show him some love, because
a lot of views over there.
Ghost says no Troy a minute. He's a great person, definitely a real one. Yeah, well, that's why I surround myself with him, because he's a really good fucking dude, and I want to be a really good dude. So that's usually how that works. You should anyway. Also, I battle Boost for years. It usually wins, but I'm hanging on. Later, people. I love you, Fred. I appreciate you being here, man. Phil's addicted to rest stops. I'll send him to. I'll send it to him. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. He is, though. That's kind of true. Fred, whenever you're ready, bro, come talk to us, brother. Come talk to us. We love you, brother. Ghost, good peeps for sure. Yes, Troy is he's good. He is good.
Thank you, everybody.
He is good peeps. Hang out in the back while I end the show here real quick.
Sure.
And then we'll fucking get it all planned out. But yeah, guys, Troy Forklift Hill, or as I like to call him, T-Roy Troy, my boy. Guys, go check him out, man. I love him, man. Appreciate you, big dog. Guys, let's throw his intro up, man. T-Roy Troy.
Yeah.
Throwing jabs like a Molly. Call me Michael Jordan, straight ballin'. On top is where I should be. In my own zone, you can't stop me. You can't stop
me to be respected. I ain't what y'all expected. Blue collar cash like Al Bundy. Cold rolling like a rush to factory. Leveled up Mario shrooms to infinity. Got on them blind as fuck peripheral. Everything I stand for is controversial. I'm a fuck up who made it. Any challenge I slayed it. I find a hustle.
Let's go, man. Troy, man, what a great dude. Man, crazy, adventurous life, ups and downs. I think the most important thing and this is something I kind of wanted to talk about at the end of this. I think the most important thing here, guys, is that you can go through so much in life. You can struggle with so much and be literally at the bottom, even lower than the bottom, and still find a way to crawl out and become successful. Like I've never gone through half the stuff. I mean, I've gone through a lot, but not shit like he's gone through. And this man is, I would say he's further in life than I am. And I'm not complaining or comparing by any means. I'm very proud of my brother, Troy. It gives me inspiration, and I want to be able to do that same thing in my life. So I'm going to surround myself with people like that, and I'm going to learn from them. And I think that's important, that we listen to people who have been through a lot. Not just that they're drug addicts or alcoholics, but that they're people who have had experiences and can teach us. And that's super important, man. So thanks again to Troy for coming to hang out with us tonight, y'all. That's going to be our show. We might go live with a gaming stream or so. So, yeah, come hang out. I'm not sure what the deal is yet, but this has been the React Attack Podcast, episode 16. So, yeah, we're going to start uploading these onto Spotify and shit. How you like that? Anyway, let's get out of here. Love you guys. Bye.
You know the Instagram. Woo! Dance, boys. You doing rapping? Are you doing rapping? Who's doing rapping?